Big day for the Leaving Cert, Ciara.
Oh yeah, the long-awaited Leaving Cert results are out today, John. But the big issue that jumps out for anyone who's looking at this is grade inflation. University of Galway President Professor Ciara O'Hoarthy has said that the Leaving Cert grade inflation of the past 3 years has to come to an end. He says the point of points is discernment to distinguish between students. And he says, and he's quite right, my concern in particular is for the best students. And this is true. I'm looking at the Irish Times this morning, and there are 3 times as many H1s. 3 times. That's 300%. And my own basic maths, H1s in maths this year as there were in 2019. English, it's more than doubled. Irish, it's more than doubled. We are seeing a glut of students getting the top marks, and they'll all be delighted today. We'll see them on the 6-1 news tonight, and they'll be waving the 600-point script, and everyone will be saying that's marvellous. And then the CAO offers will come out next week, and all the top courses will be oversubscribed by multiples. And it's not fair, Jonathan, because some of those kids are there in merit, and some of those kids have been marked up. And we know this. They marked them up deliberately, and they've bottled it big time, because next year this is going to be the same problem, because this year's students have elevated grades, so they have an advantage over next year, so we have to do it again. They should have put a weighting. They should have given them their right Leaving Cert results and put a weighting on it for this year only against last year's students. Or they should have put some kind of like a golf handicap on last year's students. They could have levelled the playing field in one fell swoop without screwing anybody. And they've run scared of it. And it's not fair on kids, particularly good and hard working students.
It's obscene that you can get 625 points, which is the maximum you can get. You might do a fantastic HPAT as well and still not get into study medicine. We may fall into the trap here of always talking about the high performers, which is what happens when the Leaving Cert comes out. But there's a particular issue here insofar as people who have put so much effort in can end up in the course they don't want to do, regardless. What message does that send to kids?
All the top courses are going to have random selection as a way of doing it, because too many kids are going to get those marks, kids who wouldn't have in other years. And they said, in terms of the course grade inflation this year, that actually students, this is their words from the department, scored at the lower level of expected. So that's what that means is that's what people get in the Leaving Cert. They don't always perform on the day, but it's a level playing field. It's a blank piece of paper. We have to allow it to stand. We are screwing with their futures. It's totally unfair. There are kids going to miss out on things that they deserve next week because of this mess.
The message that we send to children, no matter how hard you study, no matter how well you do, the state isn't going to let you do what you want to do. And that's not a very good message to send out to kids.